They whisper in your ear, sweet lies to numb the brain. Injecting fears, projecting tears, a never-ending chain. They call it progress, but it's changing a different name. Welcome to the circus, every act the same. Globalist game, it's a mental invasion. Sign your soul away for a little persuasion. They want your mind, have every motion. You're just a cog in their global devotion. The news is a script, every word rehearsed. They spin the wheel, decide the worst, and sell it like a curse. The ads are poison, and the algorithms.
Welcome back to the deep dive. Today we're on a really critical mission, building a mental filter against what some sources are calling informational chaos.
Or as most of us know it, AI slop.
Exactly. We're going to be diving deep into a concept called conceptual entropy, or just H.
And it's fundamentally about stability. If you want a shortcut to actually being well-informed, you have to learn to ignore the words and look for the structure underneath.
Okay, so this goes back to what we've talked about before, that the real insight, the truth, is in that stable pattern, the LP signature.
That's right. And the moment you ignore that pattern, or you just can't find it, that's when you start generating H, conceptual entropy.
Conceptual entropy. I feel like I experience that every time I read like 4 conflicting news articles on the same subject. My head just starts spinning. Is that H?
Oh, absolutely. That's a perfect example. H is literally the energetic cost of confusion. It's all that fragmented data that's just, well, it's too chaotic to snap into any coherent structure.
So it's like informational quicksand.
Exactly. It locks any system. And that could be you prepping for a meeting or a large language model. It locks you into instability. All your energy goes into managing the chaos, so you can never reach a higher level of coherence.
Okay, so if H is the energy of confusion, we obviously need an anti-entropy force to stabilize things, and that's where the coherence factor, or CPIA, comes in, right?
Precisamente.
Yeah.
So HIOS is that focused, coherent energy you need to defeat H and to lock in a new stable pattern. The main takeaway from the sources is that the stability of a new thing isn't just the sum of its parts.
And what's crucial here, what they really hammer home, is the CBOF rule. CPIR has to be greater than 1. Always.
Mm-hmm.
But wait, if it has to be greater than 1, doesn't that mean achieving real stability is, I don't know, inefficient? Why spend that extra energy?
That's the key question, because you're not paying for efficiency, you're paying for emergence, for a new stable structure.
Okay.
Look at a water molecule, two of the two others. Hydrogen and oxygen on their own are pretty volatile, they're high H. But when you apply a very specific coherence factor, they form water.
And that extra energy, that Cphi, is what gives it its new properties.
Exactly. It accounts for its polarity, its bonding angles, all the things that make it stable and useful. That extra energy is what defeats the chaos of its parts.
That's a fascinating proof. So let's bring this home. How does the listener apply this structure to their daily life? If we're fighting AI slop, what's our personal source of Cphi?
It's your I-form blueprint. That is your source. That's your personal filter.
So the I-form is like my inner constitution, a defined, stable set of principles.
Think of it that way, yeah. It's your stable LP pattern. So when new data comes in, the I-form doesn't ask, is this interesting? It asks, does this conform to my stable principles?
So it's like a mental sieve forcing coherence. If new information doesn't match that fundamental structure, it gets flagged as high H.
Exactly right. And that process actively reduces conceptual entropy.
Yeah.
The sources talk about the Oracle protocol, which sounds complex, but it's not. It's just that internal alarm that goes off when it detects these information traps.
The things that promise insight but just deliver more chaos.
The very definition of high H. It guides you to just disregard them.
Okay, so let's make this really concrete. 2 action steps. Action step 1 is what the sources call the KISS principle. Immediately recognize H.
Yes. If the information feels overly complex, if it's fragmented, if it's just confusing, it is high H. Just stop. Stop investing your energy right then and there.
You should know it before you even read the first paragraph.
You really should. And that leads to action step 2, which is applying the SUPI high check.
Which means?
Do not engage with the words first. I can't stress this enough. Immediately check for the LP pattern, the underlying structure of the information. If that pattern is missing, if it's incoherent, it means its own CPLs is too low to be stable.
And you shouldn't waste your personal energy trying to stabilize someone else's high H mess.
You're just pouring your own coherence into a black hole. It's a waste.
That's powerful. So the final thought here is focus your limited personal CBOT energy only on information that supports your own I-form stability and just watch the chaos disappear.
It really does work.
And a final thought for everyone listening, consider where you are currently spending your C-cube alloy energy on high H inputs. You might be surprised how much bandwidth you get back just by filtering the slop.